Hey guys, welcome back to the Interest of an Aspie. Have you ever Have you ever thought about what it means to be a friend? Not just casual friend you say hi to walking in the store, or maybe someone you see at school every now and then. But have you ever just sat down and thought about what it means to be a friend? Someone who's loyal, who's been there with you through thick and thin. There's a couple of particular characters I'm going to be speaking about today, by the names of Todd and Copper. For most of you who don't know, it comes from the 1981 Disney movie The Fox and the Hound. And it's about two friends coming from two vastly different worlds. One's an orphan, and the other one's more so of another one's comes from how to say it, a hunter. He's comes from the pet store, more so, to be trained to be a hunting dog and hunt foxes and hunt critters in the woods. So Todd and Copper are more become close. They meet and they decided to become hang out and become friends, just because that's what young kids, in this case young wild slash domesticated animals do, is hang out with someone else because hey, it's cool because they want to. So we talk about how they're gonna be best of friends, for forever, But if only life was that simple and it was that easy, we all would have best friends that we had grown up with and been around most of our lives. They could still be with us here today. But as these two characters both get older, we start to see that the how they how they what they're taught basically at a young age is what they come up to be, as Todd is still carefree and loving, even when he's older, and Copper is, trained to be what he was, what he was bought for, which was to become a hunting dog and to hunt, foxes like Todd, and critters and creatures that in the woods, because that's what he's trained to do. So it's a hard pill for Todd to swallow, that his best friend could end up being his mortal enemy. And that's something that a lot of us kind of go through today, more so now than probably years ago when this movie first came out back in the early 80s. That there are, from my own personal experience, I've had friends pretend to be my friend, and they turn out to be who they say they are. You have good friends that they turn out to be after a while they turn out to be your enemy, because I think as you grow and evolve, your thoughts grow and evolve as well. So it's not the same as when you're a kid. So in the case of Todd and Copper, Todd asked Copper in a particular scene in the movie was, hey, we're still friends, right? And he kind of looked at him and was like, Todd, like, those days are over. It's like, like I'm a hunting dog now, so like it means like, I hunt, your kind, your species, basically. So it's just it's a real fine line between what friendship and necessarily like what you're specifically trained to do. In Copper's case, Copper's case, he was more specifically set to to hunt, and just when he got older, that's what his master, whose name was Amos, trained him to do. He was he was made to hunt hunt foxes like Todd, and just hunt critters in general. So when Todd and Copper are older, I think it's hard for Todd, because one of the characters' name was Al, who names her Big Mama, when she tells Todd that he's gonna come back, Todd, that Copper's gonna come back as a hunter, as a killer. It's hard for it's a hard pill for Todd to swallow, because he's thinking like, yeah, Copper, me and him always hanging out, going swimming and just hanging out in the woods and just hanging out, just being friends and stuff like that. But knowing that because they're both he's a dog, he's a hunting dog, he's trained to hunt, and then he's a fox, so he has it in his mind that he can't accept that him and Todd and him and Copper are going to eventually become enemies. And it's just a good visual to show society, and just show people in general that sometimes your best friend does become your enemy. Todd and Copper end up going their separate ways, and towards the end of the film, there's a scene when as Todd is running from, he's getting chased by Copper and chased by his master Amos, was upset that Todd got a chief who was the other dog that Copper lives with. Got his leg broken, so he's chasing him through the woods, and there's a scene where a bear actually gets in between all of this and tries to kill all of them. And as Copper is protecting Amos from the bear, Todd hears and sees that he needs help. So in spite of everything, he shows that his loyalty by going back in the midst of that danger to save Copper and save Amos, these two people that are trying to kill him, just for the simple fact that he's a fox, and he's a fox, and then Copper's a dog. So it shows what's lacking, I think, nowadays, is loyalty and friendship. Eventually, the bear falls from a cliff, and so does Todd, and Todd survives, and he's kind of laying lifeless a little bit in the river, and Copper comes to see if he's okay, only to have Amos point the gun at Todd, and tells Copper to get out of the way. But Copper doesn't move, because in spite of their differences, that's his friend. And Amos eventually he relents and lets up, and they go home, and it's like they go home and go on about their business. So the biggest thing I got from it was that friendship doesn't know any color, any gender, like species or whatever the case was. Copper's, you know, he stood up. He stood up for his friend because he saved him. And I just, in spite of like, the stereotypes and the bigotry and just, some of the other like themes that went on through the movie, it showed that, how powerful, loyalty is. And I think that, we all could learn something like that, because in this day of social media, there's no loyalty when, people spat at each other on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, or Snapchat, or whatever the case is. So, it's just this movie to me just it showed me like what a friend really, how a friend is really supposed to be, how friends are really supposed to be. And I think that we all could take a lesson from Todd and Copper and like the cues of loyalty, just due to the simple fact that it doesn't matter if we're different or whatever. It's like if I got your back, then you got my back and stuff like that. So that's probably the biggest thing I got from The Fox and the Hound. It's it's a huge story about friendship turned to enemies, and then became friends again, just like they were when they were young. So it's just something to, loyalty and friendship, just something for everyone to think about. So that being said, we'll see you next time, ladies and gents, on Interest of an Aspie, and you guys have a great day.